Hey, what's up? Good.
Good.
Hello?
What's going
Hey.
on?
Hey, well, I just have I'm not saying vote for Trump. What I'm saying is, why don't you guys demand an interview or a conference from Kamala?
She's doing whatever.
Kamala. I think this is a really bad argument, and you guys are going to forget about it. Do you remember
Why?
when you guys?
25
Do you
days?
remember?
She's running for
Just wait
president.
a second.
Hey, really quick. Do you remember? I know, yeah, you're really upset about people doing interviews, but you didn't have that when Donald Trump didn't do interviews for a year and a half. Remember when they did the why isn't Joe Biden debating? And then the moment Donald Trump stopped debating or refused to debate, they're like, oh, we forgot about that talking point. You remember
Yep.
that?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just
this is
saying,
a dumb pedantic. Listen, this is a dumb pedantic talking point that you guys are trying to make stick, and nobody cares
you
about
see, you
it.
see
Nobody
the thing is, I'm
cares.
in the middle, but me being in the middle makes me a Trump supporter.
Yeah, that's
What?
that. That means you're not in the middle.
That's you're not in the
And
middle
do
if
you
you're a Trump
guys know,
supporter.
just really for the audience, the media's how they present Trump, it's so weird to me. Like the negative is so exaggerated.
What is exaggerated
Exaggerated?
about? What's exaggerated?
You can tell. You can tell that,
Like
with
what?
the Musk and the
Be
Trump
specific.
stream,
What about it?
What did they exaggerate?
like how it's so bad.
It was
It's
bad.
really the whole
It
how
was.
the media covers Trump. It's so negative. I don't
What?
get
How do
it.
they cover? Because everything about him's negative. You're not being really specific. What did he say that the
But can
media
you
over
not see what's
exaggerated?
wrong with the with Kamala though? Yeah, like you can
It's
see what's
Kam.
wrong with Trump, but
It's
you can see what's
Kamala.
wrong with Kamala.
It's Kamala. I'm very
Whatever,
aware. Listen, listen,
Kamala.
listen. I am very aware, and I have made very clear my gripes with Kamala's and with Kamala. And I will tell you right now that I have lines of attack that I could use against Kamala, and in no uncertain terms, I will never, ever tell you, at least not before the election. I'm going to watch you guys flounder. I'm going to watch you guys fail, and I'm going to laugh in your face about it. I'm not going to attack Kamala unless it's something incredibly grotesque for one simple reason. Because Donald Trump is the evil villain in every fucking comic book, and he should not be
Dude,
president.
they're still living in 2016 and 2020. It's 2024 now. Like
What am
that
I? What
old
am I
playbook's
living?
not gonna work anymore.
What playbook's not going to work? The
That
one where he
you're
goes around being racist, the one where he goes after people for their looks, he goes after marginalized groups, he bullies everybody. What do you mean, what playbook? Donald Trump has the same playbook. That's why you're fucking losing.
yeah, man. I'm just saying, like she needs to do a conference or interview.
Why?
She's
She
doing one
has. You can go
tomorrow.
look them up.
Why?
You can go
Because she's
watch
running
her
for president.
speeches. Why does she need to? It
Speeches are
wasn't a
prepared.
problem
It's
with you with
different when you're
Donald
being
Trump.
questioned.
Listen. What's the thing for this? This is just manufactured outrage. You guys are. It's like all over
It's
news.
the
Can
same
you
with the
imagine?
left.
Can you
Do you
imagine
not see
that
it's the
this is
same with
no?
the
It's not
left?
manufactured outrage. Donald Trump attempted to overthrow the United States government. It's not
Even
manufactured
that Nancy
outrage.
Pelosi, there's a video of Nancy Pelosi
No,
saying
there's
that
not.
that was her fault. That she didn't
No,
There's
report
not.
there
to the
is
National Guard,
not.
which is
No, there's
shootout.
not. It's not. She can't call in
Yeah,
the
there is.
National
It's on
Guard
YouTube.
because
Look it
that's
up right
not what the
now.
law.
Look it
Stop
up.
talking.
Already
Listen, you're
have.
ignorant, bro. We've already gone over this. Nothing you've said is original. Nothing. We've gone through it. I know more about January 6th than you know about literally everything. If you collected everything that you know and threw it in a fucking pot, I know more about January 6th than you know about everything you've ever encountered. Okay? That's just the fucking reality of it. I get really tired of people coming in here going, he didn't do this, and just gaslighting and saying Nancy Pelosi. Do you know why? Because the law states in no uncertain terms it is Donald Trump's responsibility to call in the National Guard, period. And I can give you that if you want. You're so tough behind a screen, dude. Well, be tough when
No,
I'm
no,
looking
no. See,
down on
this
you,
was the
too.
problem. The left is so condescending. You think you know everything.
I don't want to hear it, man. If you don't have an argument, that's fine. But I'm not going to listen to you sit here and lose the debate and then go into these weird, random, pedantic fucking arguments about. I don't want to hear it. It's annoying. It is. They just do this. They go like, I can't respond to your argument, so I'm going to go ahead and you do this. This is how you are. I didn't fucking ask. You're voting for a supervillain that literally attacks everyone, sends people after people he disagrees with, has killed people like Ashley Babbitt for listening to him. I don't want to hear it. Stop complaining about me when you're voting for Donald Trump. I'm like a little bit of what you fucking voted for. Just address what I'm saying. I don't. Good Lord. He's going to cry. Jaden, what's the over and under on him crying?
Probably. Oh, it's definitely likely.
Oh yeah, very likely. I feel like just roasting him at this point, but I'll be nice. I just want to have a debate and they always go like, "This is the problem. This is the problem with the right. They can't answer any
So
questions.
I have a
They don't
question.
have any logical consistency. They don't even know what's going on. I bet you don't even know anything about January 6th, do you? I bet I could ask you a
So,
dozen names about
So
January 6th.
if
You wouldn't know
Trump
any of them.
wins, what are you guys gonna do?
He's not. When he
Yes.
loses, what are you
I
going to
mean, if he
do?
wins, are you gonna respect the decision?
why
Am
didn't
I going
Trump?
to respect the decision? Why?
If
Why
he
are
wins,
you
you hold
asking
the
that?
same standard for
Why are
Trump?
you right? Why are you asking that to us? Why are you asking that for yourself?
No, I'm waiting for myself. I didn't go to the January 6th.
Yeah, but you're defending it. You're regurgitating his talking points about why he's not responsible for something he very clearly is.
Was the last 4 years good for you guys?
Yeah, great, fantastic. I just bought a trailer.
It's
Good.
true.
It's true. Birthday present.
Well, that's all
I'm
I want to
tatted up,
say.
by the
How
way.
the media like covers Trump is so negative.
Yeah,
It's,
because he's an
of the
evil
shitty
they don't
person.
even cover Kamala.
Yeah,
the
well,
same way.
why don't you go after some of the stuff that he does? Tell you what, if you can defend this without deflecting, without whatever, then I'll go ahead and agree with you. Was it wrong of the media to show a clip where Donald Trump said about a 10-year-old girl, in 10 years I'll be dating her? Was that out of context?
No.
So
But
would that
it's
be
just-
wrong?
there's
So
just a
so
lot
in what way
more
could you
than-
defend a
than-
person? Well, how could you defend a person that would say something like that?
I'm talking about how I'm not telling you, asking you to like vote for Trump. I'm saying you should call up the left too. How come they haven't
Okay.
done any interview? You know what I mean?
She's doing
Why
one
do I?
tomorrow.
She's doing one tomorrow. She's done stuff. She's done interviews throughout the thing. Why do you care? This is just a talking point. You don't actually
Because I
care.
want to see it
When
from
she
the left
gives
too. I
one, you'll
wanna-
move on.
It's hard for me to vote for Kamala when I
Kamala.
haven't seen her in an interview.
But it's easy for you to vote for Donald
What the
Trump despite having
Because I was
seen
gonna
him.
vote for Trump. I'm just saying, I'm like, I'm in the middle, but being in the middle makes you a Trump supporter now.
No, it
But with
doesn't.
how disastrous Donald Trump's sit-down interviews have been, how is that more likely for you to vote for him?
But you see, me watching Trump with like Adrian Ross or with Musk, and then
So
I
it
watched
was
the news,
terrible.
it's so
It was
like
bad.
that's not what happened.
So are you
They
going to
were
vote?
bad.
So you're not planning at all to vote for Donald Trump, correct?
I'm waiting for an interview or a
Okay,
conference
so then
from
how
Kamala.
then how could you sit here and go, this is the option? Donald Trump, who thinks that magnets are destroyed by water, and thinks that Hannibal Lecter endorsed him. So that's not disastrous enough for you to be like, absolutely not. You have to wait on someone else.
Yeah, well, I need to see
I
it
think
for
that's
myself.
I-
So I know you've heard. I mean, you probably heard about like Kamala, no policies, blah blah blah.
Bro,
But
it's
she doesn't
comma
have one.
law.
So
Comma
how can you
law.
stand on something so like?
comma law.
uh,
I could tell you if she had
You're worried about the smallest thing, like
I could-
Kamala, right? Kamala.
I'm worried about the
I'm saying
smallest
she doesn't
things.
have policies that
What?
you can go like can stand
You're over
on.
here
You're
like she
bitching about
hasn't
an
done
interview.
interviews. What?
How about the
The
policies?
projections.
What policies does she have?
Child tax credit.
If you go to her website right now, it's
extension.
just donating. Like if I'm doing my research, I only
Right,
see
she's laid out her policies on the stump. You
What
know if you
policies
want-
her
of Don?
website?
So what policies of Donald Trump do you support?
There's Agenda 47. I can see it on his site, but I don't
So
see
you're
anything
in
from
support.
Harris.
So you
Oh, so
support
you're-
criminalizing homelessness.
I'm sorry.
Right.
You support criminalizing homelessness, stop and frisk, indemnifying the police.
Well, see, homelessness. That's like
It's just a yes or no.
homelessness
Agenda
is a
for-
problem, but it's like
Agenda
there's no incentive for
47
the people to clean them up. For
Right,
the
but
people in charge to
Agenda
clean them up, 'cause
47
they'll be out of jobs.
There's nothing to clean up. People just can't afford houses. So you're telling me that we should put homeless people in concentration camps?
See, you're putting words in my mouth. I didn't say that.
That's what Agenda 47
You
calls
said you
for.
agree with it.
It's something that needs to be done. You know, like which states have the most homelessness?
I'm asking you really
Red
quickly
states.
because I'm in a
California?
state that has I'm in an area actually that has a lot of homelessness, and it doesn't seem to bother me enough that I'd want to put people in a concentration camp. And I think that if you are considering a concentration camp being a viable solution for homelessness, not only do you need mental help, you very clearly are not rational enough to make the decision about who the candidate is. Okay,
All right.
I don't know. Did he get flagged?
I don't know.